Hi Leo, today we're going to do your reading. I say it's going to be quick, hopefully it's quick, but you never know. I want to show you what I got during pre-shuffle because it's so strong. So base chakra and throat chakra. So, and then check this out. This is spiritual strength. It's, you know, 9 of Wands, but look at that. Does that not scream, hold your ground? Look at him. It's crazy. And then the base chakra is about staying grounded. You know, you may need to get connected to the earth. And I don't know a whole lot about it. You could always either YouTube or Google base chakra. And you could listen to binaural beats. But here also we have throat chakra. And the throat chakras get blocked often. It can be from, you know, biting your tongue and not saying what you need to say. This one is pretty, I think, one of the easier ones to open. You can gurgle, you can chew gum. You just need to get vibration in your throat. So you can whistle, you can sing, and maybe speak your truth. So there's something here. And then I also thought this was interesting. We're going to lay out a spread, but I just wanted to show you pre-shuffle in case it's just for one person and doesn't relate to the spread. But we have the High Priestess here. So the High Priestess, you know, she has an inner knowing. So already I'm getting a strong sense that you know what you need to do. It could be love, it could be financial, but you need to speak your truth. And if you need to speak it to someone and you don't want to speak it to the wrong person, you can put it in the comments and you can just start your big long comment with the vent. That way you can vent here. And, you know, if you put vent, then other people know not to read it if they don't want it to read something, you know, a rant. But sometimes others will come in and they'll, you know, give input and they'll help you out. But whatever it is, maybe you should write it down. But I feel like there's something you got to get off your chest. So if you can't actually speak it to the person that you want to, or you're not sure, then, you know, write it down or put it in the comments or do it some other way. You know, sometimes just writing it down is enough. Maybe burn it. But typically you've got to speak your truth. So you may have to, you know, get it out a little bit. I always say, you know, don't do it when you're super, you know, emotional. You know, get grounded. Oh my gosh, there you go. There you go. Get grounded. You know the truth, but you need to probably get grounded and then speak your truth. Just so you come across more stable and more credible. Okay, so do you think this could be totally different than our reading, but this is regarding a painful ending and a lot of focus on what went wrong. And then I'm feeling obsession. This is not the Devil card, but this is Page of Swords. This is investigative. But then we have death and rebirth. And then, like the best case scenario, we have Ace of Pentacles, a stable new beginning. A seed is planted, something that can grow and grow strong, you know. So let me just see if we get anything out of these. Anything else? And then, because I felt something strong here, but I wanted to turn on the camera, and then we'll lay out a spread, okay? So how are you guys? I hope you're well. All my videos are timeless. So feel free to check out your other placements or any of the other videos. The almost personals I do instead of personals, those are also timeless. Those will be linked down below. If you are not a subscriber and you watch the channel a lot, oh, see, you're going to have to get this out of your system. So if you're not subscribed and you do, you know, watch the channel often, I strongly suggest you subscribe so your energy comes in clear. All my intentions are set primarily for my subscribers. So anyway, look at this, 8, trapped in fear. You're going to have to get something off your chest. And look at another chakra. Wow. Sacral chakra and material harvest. So for some of you, this might be, you know, work related. So again, just make sure you're grounded, okay, before you address something that's a sensitive or something that you're feeling very emotional about. All right. All right. Let's get started again. Okay. Let's see. No, let's go ahead and stick with these. All right. So we're already getting some strong Pisces energy. Okay, let's look at your energy, your person's energy, or the situation's energy, okay? Whatever you're dealing with. Sorry if that was loud, too close to the camera. Okay. All right, Seven of Pentacles, waiting. So it looks like you've done the work, and maybe that's where the problem is. You're getting impatient with the return, you know, the reward on the reward for your investment. But this is patience. See, those seeds are growing. Twice we have that indication. Yeah. Getting impatient, I think. Tired of waiting. It's maybe losing interest. Should I stay? Should I go? Possibly. It looks like you've put in more. You're just frustrated. Knight of Cups. So this is your energy is Knight of Cups. That's wanting forward motion. Maybe you're questioning if you should take action. And the Moon. Yeah, I feel like the roles could be reversed, but it looks like there's some obsession. Serious, deep. We've got deep emotion twice. Queen of Wands. Okay, so now we're talking. This is your person's energy. Queen of Wands, that's somebody that's, there's a lot of passion. And Queen of Wands depicts action. She's passionate, she's action, she's enticing. And she's confident. Look at that fire in her hand. She's a creator. She knows what she can accomplish. What's wrong with my... Sorry guys, let's get this to focus. There. So that's interesting. That's your person's energy. Yeah. See, I felt obsession. This is Capricorn energy. The obsession, but it looks like it's maybe you, but it's, I don't know. I'm getting both sides on that. Let's keep going. Nine of Cups. This is blessings, wishes, fulfillment. Interesting. A lot of love. And a death and a rebirth. Again. You guys stick around to the end because we'll do a intuition test. Those have been fun. At the end of every reading, we're going to do either charms or intuition test or the pendulum. So Queen of Cups, outcome. So in this Queen of Cups is very open. Open to receive. The Queen of Cups is someone who can be, you know, emotional. But she doesn't hide it, but she typically can shut down that love if she needs to, if it's not reciprocated. But this is a very open energy. Oh my gosh. So decision in love. I'm trying to think of what the Leo extendeds are. The almost personals. I'm going to link them, but I think there might be one on obsession. This one kind of feels a little bit like obsession too. So, let's look at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Jeez. So I think it's about truth. It looks like there's a truth that needs to come out, but we've got some pain again. We've got Page of Cups and Five of Pentacles. Feeling left out in the cold. You know, I wonder if this is somebody, we're going to clarify because it's not real clear, but I just saw Judgment. Let me see. Why do we have the Nine of Cups and the Moon? There's just a very back and forth energy. This is forward motion. This is divine timing, divine direction. And then this is, wait, hold up. Move fast. Hold on. I'm not sure. Same here. The Nine of Cups is forward motion. And then forward motion and action and love, and then you've got, you know, sinking into emotions. Somebody may be afraid of their feelings. I mean, I think that's a cop-out at some point. There's that High Priestess again. So, let's see. Tell me more. Knight of Cups. The Moon card and the Chariot. Oh my gosh. I think you're just... Is this my Ten of Cups? Jeez. Interesting. Can you guys see that? Is it clear? I mean, that's freaking beautiful. But what's this? What's this guy doing in here? You know? What's going on with Leo in this Moon card? So, okay, Leo, it looks like okay, here's what I think is happening. This person has captured your heart, I believe, and I feel like you're at a standstill, or you can't move on because this connection is so strong. But the deception, I don't think it's been resolved. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, moving forward, the Chariot again, Two of Cups. So that's a lot of love, strong, and a new beginning. But I want to see what's going on with this Fool card, and here we have cooperation. Maybe you're afraid to trust it. Why do we have the Fool card? This person, and you may be afraid of this too, this person may be after... You're very focused on the pain in the past. So that's your energy. There's a stop-start energy. I think maybe this whole situation got swept under the rug. The Emperor in reverse. Interesting, because none of my cards are in reverse. So let's look at your person. It looks like you're just afraid. I don't know if this person is coming forward, and that is the impression I felt. But you're very hung up on the sadness, the hurt, and probably should be moving on, whether this is going to work out or not, just for your own sanity. Focusing on work. Tell me about this person. Why does this person have the... Oh, one moment. I just got like a twisted up in my stomach. I think it's like you want to believe this, but it's just I feel like whatever happened here has not been addressed. It's like, let's just dive right in foolishly, move forward passionately, fast. But wait a minute, what happened? Something happened, but wait a minute, oh my gosh. Yeah, you're in your head. Oh, okay. This has to be addressed, and that's why we've got that throat chakra. It's going to have to be addressed to move forward. That's what I think this is saying. High Priestess, strong. Make sure you're stable and you're strong when you discuss it. Make sure you discuss, you convey your love and your feelings. And maybe it's, saying this is what I need to move forward, and that's why I'm hesitant. Something needs to stop being swept under the rug is what I think. Like, this hurt me. I love you, but I want to make sure this doesn't happen again type thing, I don't like that you're hung up, though, either. But this is a decision. Let's look at the outcome. Actually, let's look more at their energy. Tell me more about Leo's person. Leo, if they don't know that you have, if they're going to get away with not talking about it, if you're going to let them, then they're not going to talk about it. And years could go on, Four of Pentacles, this is protect yourself. So I think you're right. Yeah. Wow. You have a gut feeling that this could happen again. This strong message here about conveying that and you know, discussing it. Be grounded before you have the conversation. Yeah, and don't cheat yourself out of what you want. The Hierophant is truth and ethics and tradition. The Ace of Cups is a new love beginning. And then the King of Cups. You're just not sure you trust it, I think. Tell me about this outcome. Queen of Cups. Looks like you're going to be open to it. I think, you know, maybe it's just... one moment. Okay, stay grounded, and I'm also getting fools rush in. So look at that, a fast decision, dive in, you know. But your person has this devil energy, and we had deception. So there's something in you that is not trusting it, and you're feeling a need to protect yourself, and this is saying that's right. So how about this? How about I live my life? I'm Leo. You know, I'm a badass. I live my life in the way I should until your love for me or your dedication is proven. You don't tie yourself up for someone who's not making you their priority, right? This person might work a lot too. 6 of Swords. And there could be an alcohol or a self-medication thing, but this person needs to leave at some sort of difficult past. There's just a strong need to know that it's going to be right moving forward. And also, I kind of feel like you're not satisfied with the way they're approaching you either. Like, I feel like you want this so bad. But you are probably better off on your own. And you're going to be more enticing to this person. I just feel like there's conflict. I want to see if they're coming back. Tell me more about this person. What do they want? Interesting. Swords down. That's inactive. She's about truth and clarity, though. 6 of Pentacles. No, well, no wonder you're confused. This person is confusing. I'm confused. This person does want to be together, but they need to show it, is what I think this is saying. And you need to get things off your chest and feel secure about it. 10 of Pentacles, it does have potential. Let me grab an oracle. Because usually when the readings are confusing, these oracles pull it all together, and then we'll do an intuition test. This has potential, and you know it, but it takes 2, you know? It takes 2. And I feel like it's not just them obsessing. I feel like it's you obsessing. Oh, wow. A rebirth is assured. Bat spirit. I like that. And we've got a ton of 5s here, by the way. 5, 5, 5, 5. Lots of 5s. But you know, and we do have a lot of 6s. The great thing about 5s is that 6 comes next, and 6 is kind of more of a stable after the storm energy. There's a 5. Wow. Crazy. Okay. Bath spirit. A rebirth is assured. Let me see if I get anything else. Magic works through you. Dream the world into being. You know, we got lizard the other day, and I all of a sudden have all these geckos in my garage. I even had one in my bathroom upstairs, which is very strange. Never had one in the house. Not this house. Bat spirit. Let me read that. And then we'll do the Page 15, there's another 5. So this is really tying it all together. It says, a rebirth is assured after something has run its course and died or been released, finished or surrendered, completed or ended. There is a promise of a new beginning. Rebirth is assured just as night gives way to dawn and the bat emerges from the darkness of a womb-like cave. This is so deep for everything that we've gotten here. And this... a stable new beginning. But there's something here that has to die. If you guys know more or how this makes sense that I'm not catching, please let me know in the comments. So Ace of Pentacles, this is amazing. Crazy. Okay, let me keep going, sorry. That spirit has come to remind you that this rebirth is a miraculous one. What? Wait a minute. Magic works through you. See how they all tie together? For the very best elements of what you had to give up in the death of the old are still present in this new amazing life forming now. This is the miracle and magic of rebirth in every aspect of your life, including the rebirth of faith and your ability to establish healthy new relationships. That spirit reminds you that at present you are in an unknown territory and it feels as if you are lost. Okay, does that not explain how confusing the reading was? So it's because you are in unknown territory. However, you are called to trust that your intuition... Oops, wrong one. Hold on. Where is she? She came out 3 times. Will be a reliable guide as you give birth to something new and unfamiliar. That spirit has listened in the dark of the night and has heard all your hopes and dreams and your fears and worries and assures you that this new version of your dream, this move from darkness into light, from lost to found and death to rebirth. Interesting how it's the exact same words. Rebirth. So this is like major confirmation that this reading is, that what we were pulling in was accurate. There could be more, and I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Rebirth comes to fruition with love at its core. That spirit asks you to trust that what seems to have died is actually shape-shifting. That's why I couldn't get a clear reading on it. It's shape-shifting into something even more meaningful and wondrous than before. This is unbelievable, this reading. And, you know, if you like real fluffy, just plain out, they're coming back, life's going to be good readings, you may not get into this. But if you're, you know, like the deep depth meanings, this is, and you go back and you look at everything in the way it came out, this is actually pretty remarkable, crazy, crazy. Very deep. Shape-shifting into something even more meaningful and wondrous than before. If you feel you're in the dark, know that come morning, all will be revealed and things will be in a new form that is right for you. Sorry about my hand not holding it right. Okay, so what are you refusing to let die? That spirit is gently nudging you to let go of your need to cling to the familiar story that has already run its course. Didn't I say that in the beginning? You're just... holding on to something that's not good. A new story is, I think I said that exact thing. A new story is poised to be born. Thank you, Spirit. Some dreams were only meant to last for a moment in time. Sometimes they were only there to slow you down as you recalibrated in preparation for the new life that will give you what you really want. Perhaps you need to grieve as you say goodbye to something. At least you're saying goodbye to its familiar form. Perhaps you must let go of a part of you that must die so you can be reborn. This temporary time in the dark doesn't have to be scary or sad, though. That spirit gives you her powers of perception and awareness as you learn to listen deeply and navigate these unknown caves of temporary emptiness. This is blowing me away. You will emerge with a new perspective, and that spirit will witness your giving birth to life that matches the intuitions and desires of your heart and soul. This is I've never had a reading that was... So you see how everything was like back and forth, and then and I was questioning it, and then this tied in the exact same words that I used or the card said. This reading is unbelievable. I'm gonna have to pin it and watch it again. Wow. That's crazy. Okay. All right. I hope you guys caught that because it was extremely deep, and I know sometimes you guys skip parts. I would go back and watch it though if you like to see the synchronicities and the depth of these readings and how incredibly crazy, wonderful Spirit is. Okay, I'm going to choose three. I'm going to lay out 3 stones, and you guys are going to just choose. I'm going to focus on one, and you're going to, okay, I'll hold them up. You're going to try and use your intuition, take a deep breath, and then see which one I chose. Okay? Aren't they beautiful? That one looks like a shell. Okay, ready? Let me zoom in a little. Okay. All right, I'm focusing on one. So you guys take a deep breath and try to figure out which one I'm focusing on. Pause if you need to. If you chose this one, you're correct. Let me know in the comments which one you chose and if you like these little tests. And I'd love to hear your story. This reading just seriously blew my mind. It's like this... I don't think I've ever had one this deep that was that kind of like a web of trying to unravel that came together like that. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for your beautiful energy. Subscribe if you haven't. Your energy will come in clear. I will link the almost personals that would go with this down below. They're mostly by signs, and I'm going to stop talking now. I love you guys so much. Bye. You've got something good coming. Do I need to recap? Letting go of this not good situation is going to cause a rebirth, I think, with the same situation, but it's probably going to be your choice, and it's not going to be hard to let go of. It's just hard right now because of the unknown, okay? But it's all going to shape shift, and it's all going to be made, the path is going to be made clear. All right, Leo? I love you guys. Hold your ground, and get grounded, and then say what you need to say, even if you need to write it down, okay? Love you guys. Bye, Leo.